Yes, Doctor Who Season 8 has arrived on Blu-ray. Look at the magic of that. It's an actual 3D object and eminently unboxable. And to prove it, I am quite literally going to unbox this thing for your pleasure. As I've said in my previous breathlessly excitable videos, this is absolutely full of delights. I mean, it's got Claws of Axos in it. We finally have Claws of Axos on Blu-ray. That's a red letter day for a start. But there's also Terror of the Autons, the Daemons, or the Demons, depending on how you like to pronounce that. And then we've got Colony in Space and The Mind of Evil. 5 classic John Pertwee serials, and I think the thickness of the box really does help to get across how many special features have been crammed into this thing. So let's not mess about, let's have a look inside this cellophane immediately. Let's get stuck in, and as I get stuck in, it's worth pointing out that this is the first collection unboxing video I've made using this camera, the Sony SV1, which my Patreon supporters bought for me. So if you'd like to join their numbers and encourage this channel to improve and grow, then there's a link to my Patreon in the video description. Look at this lovely, lovely cover. Yeah, Lee Binding, as I believe I've said before in a video on the Season 8 set, has once again done us proud. Now, I have had a previous look at the cover, but I think it can't resist another close-up. Look at the majesty of that. And of course, this is the Master's first season. Speaking of majesties, dark majesties, that looks absolutely gorgeous, doesn't it, with those 4 characters there? Yeah, always a big fan of the enemies. The enemies lined up on the Doctor. Yeah, and of course, as usual, we've got this kind of flap here. There's probably some kind of technical name for this flap, and I don't know what it is, or I can't remember it. And here's a list of the extras. Updated special effects for Terror of the Autons. Matthew Sweet chats to Katie Manning. Matthew Sweet's always a good interviewer. Behind the Sofa. And then, oh, so much other stuff. So many documentaries. Terence and Me with Frank Skinner. That's of course Terence Dix, the legendary Doctor Who writer. The direct route, which I happen to have seen. That's fantastic. Another feature of this box set, very much worth drawing attention to, by the way, is the omnibus version of the Daemons, a 90-minute movie edit unseen since its original broadcast. Yes, I'll have some of that. Yeah, I think I'm particularly excited about the new extended edit of the opening episode of the Claws of Axos, actually. Well, I'm sold. It's pretty obvious that I was sold in the first place, but I'm now doubly sold, and I expect you are too. So let's open this up and have a look inside this absolutely delightful box. We've seen a picture before that gives us a little peek inside here, but this is the first time we're actually seeing what's literally inside, and it's all together. Lovely, lovely bit of Colony in Space action here. Inside here we know we've got a lovely booklet, the classy booklet that we're accustomed to. First of all though, I'm going to tease you somewhat, so let's have a look at those. Terror of the Autons, that's a lovely looking thing, isn't it? Nice daffodil there in the shot. Ah, the Master and a character there from The Mind of Evil whose name I can't remember. Nevertheless, very nice image. I'm liking the colours of these discs. They've got a very nicely uniform colour, haven't they? Yeah, that's a nice choice. Oh yeah, classic. 2 different incarnations of the Axons. The Axons are, to my mind, one of Doctor Who's all-time finest monsters, mainly because they have more than one form. I always think that's a really effective thing for monsters, to have more than one form, and they always manage to keep up the fright factor by changing shape. What's next? Colony in Space with the IMC machine. Yes, that's a really cool robot. I totally remember that from the Doctor Who monster book, which I've made a video about. I'll put a link to my video about the Doctor Who monster book down in the video description, so you can look at that when you reach the end of this video. Maybe I'll also put a link to the monster book video at the end of this one. Oh, here we are with the Guardian. So this is the second Colony in Space disc, which is proving weirdly hard to get out. There we go, look at that Guardian. Look at him guarding things. Very nice. So, what is next? It's Bok. I love that. Bok in the Daemons gets his very own disc, and I think that is as it should be. Yeah, Bok definitely merits that. And of course, I've already seen it. I think you probably spied that, didn't you? Is Azal. Absolutely resplendent, horns aloft, as everyone should be. Fantastic. That's a great image. Look at his face. That is the personification of evil, isn't it? Absolutely. And then the final disc, the bonus disc, as is often the case, I think, has the Tardis on it. Yeah, I really like this uniform design that each of the discs has been given. I think these are some of my favourite discs, actually, in terms of the disc designs we've had so far in the collection set. Incidentally, as I mentioned before, this is season 8 of Doctor Who, and it's also the 8th collection box set release, and it has 8 discs. So one there for numerology fans. Oh, and it's being released on March the 8th as well. So let's have a look at that. I love that little mysterious substance there that seals this section up. Look at that. Doctor holding the Master's mask there. That's great. Ah, inside we've got a more exciting products from Doctor Who leaflet. I wonder what could possibly be more exciting than this box set. Well, there's a few suggestions in there. Can't hurt to consider them. But what we really want to do is delve into this. And of course we've got this this lovely booklet, which is always really well produced. Full of stuff, full of writing, full of analysis and information and pieces that put each episode in context. Oh my god, there's some nice illustrations in this. Let's have a look at this properly. Lovely. That's a great picture of the Doctor. I've never seen that before, I don't think. He's got quite the look in his eye, has the Doctor. Look at that. Lovely terror of the Autons. Very nice. That's a lovely little montage, isn't it? Some nice black and white pictures there. And some colour ones, just for good measure. Including a nice behind the scenes snap there. Oh, the Mind of Evil. As I've said before, this is my least favourite serial of the season, but I'm willing to give it another chance. That's very magnanimous of me, isn't it? Yes. Oh, look at this character. Look at that dragon. Yes, a dragon of the mind. And now we come to the Claws of Axos. Now this picture, that is really gorgeous, isn't it? If the Claws of Axos had its own Blu-ray release, then this would be the cover. That is absolutely brilliant. I'd like a poster of that, actually. Yeah, very happy with that. Colony in Space with the Doctor facing a great big claw. That's a classic pose there from John Pertwee, and large alien just out of shot. Look at the Guardian there having a snooze. Or is he? It's hard to tell with those eyes, isn't it? Behind the sofa, the Daemons. Marvellous. Yeah, so who have we got there? Who have we got on the sofa? Actually, it'll tell us right at the start, won't it? Who is on the sofa this time? Just remind ourselves. Katie Manning, Stuart Bevan, Janet Fielding, Sarah Sutton, Sasha Dewan, and Geely Mohindra, who played Queen Skithra and Rani in the Sarah Jane Adventures. I've never actually put those two together. That's true, isn't it? And yeah, so all of those people are going to watch highlights from season 8 on the sofa. We are liking that. Wow. And that is another brilliant one. That's a real treat. Yeah, I feel like there may be more kind of special illustrations or montages in this booklet than there have been in previous ones. I might be wrong, of course. Of course, this booklet reveals that there are loads more special features in this set than were listed on this card on the back. This is kind of, you know, some of the select things that they've chosen to put on the back there. But there's lots of other details, studio footage, making of documentaries. When we get back to the Daemons here on disc 7, we've got Devil's Weekend, in which we return to the picturesque village of Oldbourne and speak to the residents about their memories of the 1971 location shoot. That's Chris Chapman there directing that. And there's just so much stuff. I mean, this really, I've said it so many times, but these sets really do feel like the kind of the ultimate current state-of-the-art archive item. Marvellous stuff. Oh, nice. That's a nice bonus on the back there, isn't it? Wow, that's so cool. Yeah, that's a really nice booklet. Very happy with that. And what an absolutely lovely set, he said, trying to reassemble it properly. Let's have a look on the back of this, by the way, because I think in these unboxing videos I've often been guilty of not showing you the back of them. I kind of forget about the back of them once I've taken this card off. But no, there is an image there to see, and there's also a lovely spine to have a look at. So let's savour that spine, and then let's turn this around and have a look at that TARDIS in the time vortex. Very nice. I'm liking the kind of yellow motif that runs throughout the imagery on this box set. It's like the whole thing has been infected by Axos or something. Marvellous stuff. Yeah, so tell me in comments what you're most excited about out of everything on this set. If you'd like to encourage this channel, then you might want to join my list of Patreon supporters, some of whom are scrolling down there in a list. Elsewhere on the screen you'll see other videos you might want to carry on watching. I hope you do, and I also hope you come back for the next one. Until then, don't forget to embrace your obsession.